is Tuesday. It's February 11th, 2K14. This is Wayne Goldsboro Television. I'm Wayne Alley.
And I'm Kim Best. Good morning. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you very much for being with us. It is Tuesday. And today we got a full program for you, but we wanted to mention, and I should have brought this up before now, but there's a lot of people that are still in mourning here in Wayne County. We lost our sheriff, as you well know, several days ago, and he is greatly missed.
Absolutely. He has just made such a huge influence in our community and such a great leader that he will be missed, and our thoughts and prayers, of course, are with his family and his friends.
Yes, indeed. And you know, Kim, it was, I'm not surprised, but I was taken aback by the number of people from across North Carolina who came to the funeral. Mm-hmm. The governor was here. People from other law enforcement agencies across the state came and to the funeral to pay their respects.
Right.
It was a wonderful outpouring of emotion and a wonderful outpouring of people who loved and respected him and paid their last respects to our Sheriff Kerry Winters.
Well, I was talking with Police Chief Jeff Stewart, and he was telling us that typically at something like this, you have at minimum one representative from every sheriff's department across North Carolina. Minimum would be there. And he said, you know, Sheriff Winters was such a great man and had done this job for so long and had reached and touched so many lives that he felt quite sure that it would be hundreds of people that would be there showing their respects. We
were in the Carnegie Arena at Mount Olive University of Mount Olive, and it was there were very few seats left. It was packed to the walls, and I'm sure that Kerry was looking down on us and he was smiling. I'm sure he was, and he had such a great sense of humor. In fact, he was a bit of a practical joker.
Yes, very much so. Matter of fact, Mayor King was talking about that recently.
And in fact, he had a reputation of being one of the best. He was a practical joker, and I could tell you some of the things he had pulled on people, but we just don't have time to get into all that. But just suffice it to say that Kerry Winters, our late sheriff here in Wayne County, certainly will be missed.
Absolutely.
Yes,
no one will fill his shoes.
Oh yeah, it'll be tough. It will be tough. But anyway, on today's program, we're going to move on. I want to look at birthdays here real quick, very quickly. Who's having?
Anybody we know?
Tina Louise. Now, if you don't know the name Tina Louise, you may know the TV program Gilligan's Island.
That's exactly right.
She played the lovely and talented
Miss Ginger.
Ginger.
That's right.
Oh boy. Yes. Okay. She was also in Dallas for a while. I understand.
Was she?
I didn't know that, but she was. She's 80 today.
My goodness.
I know, mine too.
Ginger is 80?
Boom, yeah.
My goodness.
How about that? Anyway, a birthday today also for Burt Reynolds.
Oh, wow.
He looks 80, but he's not. In fact, he's not far. He's 78 today.
Whoops.
Whoops. I'm a Burt Reynolds fan. I'm sorry. Yeah, I like, in fact, I like the old TV shows. He was Hawk. He was, he had a co-star part in the TV show Riverboat with Darren McGavin, and this is way back in the 60s.
Yeah, because my first experience with Burt Reynolds, of course, is Smokey and the Bandit.
Right, of course, and a lot of people, and of course he did a wonderful job in that movie as well. Anyway, he
did.
He really is a talented actor. He really is. I mean, you have to look past all that other stuff, but he Cannonball Run, The Longest Yard.
For sure.
He was on Gunsmoke for a while.
Okay.
I
know you love that show.
I do love my Gunsmoke now. But Deliverance, Smokey and the Bandit, as you mentioned, many others. He's 78 today. A birthday today for Sheryl Crow, the singer, is 52.
Oh, yeah.
She's 52. Jennifer Aniston.
Birthday today? Her
birthday is today. She is 45. Looking good for 45.
That's right.
Well, looking good for any. But anyway, she's having a birthday today. Also, an occurrence on this day. The year was 1752. I remember it well.
I bet you do.
Through the efforts of Benjamin Franklin, the Pennsylvania Hospital opened. It was the very first hospital in the U.S. of A.
Wow.
Of course, at that time, we weren't the U.S. of A. We were still British subjects. And there you go.
How about that?
How about that? Okay.
Well, let's talk about some things happening at the Arts Council.
Oh, boy.
How about that?
What's going on at the Arts Council?
Well, you know Valentine's Day is coming up, so they're offering something very unusual. Yes, they say Valentine's Day dinner and painting party from 6:30 to 9:30. A little twist on your typical Valentine's Day celebration. enjoy dinner, and create a painting. See a complete description in the newsletter or on their website. $45 per person. It includes dinner, drinks, art supplies, and of course the experience of doing something totally different.
I love it.
Alone or with a loved one. But that'll be happening at the Arts Council of Wayne County.
You can go by yourself?
You certainly can.
Hey.
How about that?
How about that?
Yeah, it's a unique way of spending your Valentine's Day.
Outstanding. And of course, Valentine's Day is this Friday.
That's right. We'll give you more details of other things you can do at the Arts Council in just a bit.
Our guest today, a couple of guys here with Wayne County government. We want to talk to Chip Crumpler. Chip is the GIS guy, and we'll explain what that is in a minute because I'm not really sure either. And of course, Lieutenant Shawn Harris, the Wayne County Sheriff's Office, is here with us. Fellas, thanks a lot for being with us this morning. How you doing?
Good.
Appreciate you coming in. And as you can tell by the big logo behind our head here, we want to talk about the GIS 311. First of all, Chip, tell us what GIS means. What is that just in general? What do you do, mister?
Well, it's basically mapping.
Mapping.
Geographic Information Systems is what it stands for. And it is taking data that the county uses and maps it in a spatial environment so that we can visualize it in real world.
And you're under the umbrella of the planning department here in Wayne County, I guess. Or I know you're your own department, but you're in that
well,
area.
GIS is integrated through multiple departments.
Yeah.
So just about every department has some level of GIS functionality, and it's more of a business process than it is a technical department.
All right. And Shawn, there's something new available to Wayne County residents now. The city of Goldsboro has been using it for a while, and other cities in North Carolina, in fact, all across the country. This is available now. It's called GIS 311. What is that?
GIS 311 is a government application, web-based, like you can do standard like on the internet when you're working, navigating through the standard desktop computer. But it's also integrated into a smartphone app that you can use on Android phones and Apple phones, where citizens has the options to report either illegal dumping, a pothole, any type of concern that they have, and they're able to go to their smartphone or their desktop computer and send that information in, whether it's a complaint, a concern, whatever, to the local government. And obviously here it's going to be Wayne County government, but it also is integrated through the GIS system to local municipalities such as Goldsboro, Mount Olive, Fremont. So no matter where it's at in our county, it will be routed and sent to the proper department or proper, government entity to take care of their problem or issue.
Okay, so for example, so this is for people who, as they go through their daily lives and they see something that either doesn't seem right or they have an idea or a suggestion, then they can go on to this GIS 311 and either make a suggestion or voice a complaint or report a pothole or a sign down or something. Give us some examples of some of the things that we might be able to report.
Well, originally, the sheriff's office side got involved because we wanted to be able to interact with the public. A lot of people don't want to call or, make multiple phone calls to the county to try to find the right person to talk to.
Yeah.
And a lot of people get confused whether illegal dumping is a sheriff's office issue or a county, compliance officer or whatever. Right. Who do I call? Do I call the landfill? Do I call the sheriff's office? So with that being said, there's a lot of different drop-down fields on the application and on the web-based application where you can go along, select the issue that you have, and when you do, you don't have to do anything else. The system is already designed and run by Chip's office that actually routes it to the proper department or the proper, whether it's a city or county issue.
And this way, people are not getting busy signals, they're not getting somebody on the line, and we do try very hard, but they don't get someone on the line and says, I'm not really sure what department that falls under. Let me transfer you over to this department. And instead of getting 3 or 4 different departments involved, then you're going to the right one, right, Chip?
That's right. And what it also does is it automates the follow-up to the person that filed the complaint. And when action is taken on, let's say, a pothole or a missing street sign, when an action is taken and the process to replace it is completed, they get a follow-up email stating that it's been resolved.
So, how many different categories will people see on this site that
There's
they can?
quite a few.
Is there?
And I mean, it depends on where you're at on the map too. If you're within the city of Goldsboro, you'll have the city's drop-down options, which will vary, you know, slightly different than in the counties. But you know, you got tons of different requests, and there's also a miscellaneous drop-down item in there that you can.
For none of the above.
Yeah, none of the above. That's basically it.
Okay.
And
all right, so we have street signs and stop signs and traffic signs down, non-working stoplights or traffic lights, utility situations, garbage in the street, dead animals. We've got potholes. We've got illegal parking.
Yes.
Abandoned vehicles, trash issues. We've got illegal dumping. We've got what else do we have? Power lines down.
Yeah.
Water leaks.
Suspicious criminal activity.
Okay.
Interaction with the sheriff's office on that. There's multiples.
Regardless of whether you're in the city or the county, now is there any difference between whether you contact the city or the county, or does the software automatically do that?
It automatically tells you. It'll automatically tell you.
It automatically.
If it's not in our jurisdiction, it won't give you the option on the drop-down list.
Okay,
on the
so
pick list.
it automatically routes to the agency that it needs to go to.
Exactly.
Wow, this is pretty impressive stuff.
And like you said, it takes into consideration all the other municipalities that, you know, other than Goldsboro. They don't have specialized fields for their communities, but it will, if it's an issue inside of the town of Mount Olive, it'll route it to the town of Mount Olive, to the appropriate person in Mount Olive.
So if there's suspicious activity within the town of Mount Olive city limits,
exactly,
it will route it.
It'll route it to either to the police department or to the highway patrol or to the wherever. Does it go to the highway?
No, it does not go to the highway patrol.
But it goes to the sheriff's office.
That's right.
Or to the city of Mount Olive Police Department.
That's right.
Wow, that's pretty impressive.
No, we got involved with it on the sheriff's department side. We were looking to an app, and to be able to interact with people. We've been seeing them through all of these trade shows and different entities that come by and want to try to sell stuff all the time, you know, to governments.
Oh, yeah.
And luckily we were able to partner up with Geographical Technologies here in Goldsboro, who's a local company, worldwide company who does a lot of sales. And in that interaction with Kurt Hinton and his people, we were in there trying to work up a law enforcement app, very much like this. And when we started integrating it, they were telling us, hey, we've already working a 311 GIS application with Chip's department, and we're using them kind of as a beta tester, I guess, to work out the kinks in their product so they could sell it. And they had a great working relationship already set up. So we kind of slid in and piggybacked. We wanted to jump in on it and get involved so that we could get our criminal activities and our illegal stuff, activity stuff added to the 311 app so that citizens wouldn't have 2 or 3 apps. Well, is this a criminal matter? Is this, what app do I use? Why not just give them one app and put it all in one? And Chip was gracious enough to let us join in and added the law enforcement issues to it.
It sounds really user-friendly. People don't have to think. They just have to report what they want to report, and it goes, the software does the rest of the work.
Forgot to tell you, our big perk is the app can take up photos. When you take a picture of something, like a down graffiti or illegal dumping or a suspicious person or a suspicious vehicle, the app on the website, the web-based one, and the smartphone application gives you options for photographs.
How about, so you could actually be out riding somewhere and see illegal activity or an abandoned car or a sign down, take a picture of it and send it, and it goes automatically where it's supposed to go.
Exactly.
The criminal complaints that are on it, the public does not see those once they're filed. They stay anonymous to the public.
Oh, okay.
If you reported a street sign missing, that gets published back out. Once it's approved by the administrator, it gets shown back out on the public-facing side, so that the citizens can see if there's already been a request placed. But any of the criminal or suspicious, that's all. You don't see any of that back.
You don't get a response. So someone who sees
the person who filed it will get a response back, but it's
not seen by anyone else.
That's correct.
Okay, and then that way there's no chance that there's not a chance that information goes out that shouldn't be going out.
Correct.
To somebody. Okay.
That was a concern that we had when we originally started with the application, and Chip and them said no problem, we'll take care of it. So the public view side of criminal stuff that comes through the sheriff's office is not published back out on the public side of the either application or the web-based side.
Well, this is fantastic. Now, and Geographic Technologies have been here in Goldsboro for a long time. Of course,
Yes.
they're a national company, and they have their big office here, and they do extremely good work. They have done a lot of work with the sheriff's office in the past with their criminal activity. What's that?
We have actually 2 applications that we use with them.
Okay.
We have one called GeoBlade Crimes,
Right.
which is our internal software that we use for crime mapping, crime statistics, and crime analysis.
Right.
Then we have one that's Map Nimbus
Yes.
is the public side. You can reach that on our website at the Sheriff's Office website, Wayne Gov, go to Sheriff's drop down, and that's the public side where they can see crime mapping. They can ask for email requests to come to their home or to their phone if crimes happen near them, or sex offender registration stuff. All of that kind of falls inside of that. Now it's totally separate than the 311. 311 is actually a interactive part where the consumer or citizen interacts with local government. The Map Nimbus side, the public side of the crime mapping, is basically just for someone to view and do. They're not going to be able to have that same interaction or report things. You can't report on that.
But I tell you, Map Nimbus is so informative. I use it all the time.
Right.
Anytime I want to know what's going on in my neighborhood, I go to the Sheriff's Office website under waynegov.com, go to Sheriff's Office, and then click on the Map Nimbus link. And it's a fantastic, lots of information about crime in your neighborhood.
Speaking about links now, I know Chip has it on y'all's website, on the GIS side here at Wayne Gov. We've had it added to the Sheriff's Office website, 311 GIS, the actual web link, and also the smartphone links have been added to the Sheriff's website. Now they can get to that from both websites.
Okay, well, I was going to ask you about that. Now, so if you have an iPhone or an Android phone, either one, you can access easily from anywhere. Wherever your phone is, you can access the GIS 311. But now, if you don't have one of those phones, you go to the website.
You can go to the website and 311gis.com.
311 is
Register.
okay. I had it backwards. I should read the sign up here. It's 311gis.com.
.com.
But is there a redirect if you type in the wrong thing?
No, I'm
No.
not sure about that.
Okay, but anyway, 311gis.com from your home computer, your laptop, and from your iPad and from your Android phone, you can access it as well.
They are free apps.
These are free apps. How do you get it to your phone?
Apple, iTunes,
Okay.
and Google Play.
Google
Just
Play
do a search for
and
311
Apple.
GIS.
All right, and the Apple Play Store, I guess. Right?
Apple
Store.
Apple's iTunes.
Apple's iTunes. You can get it 311gis.com, and there's a lot of categories. I've seen the categories, and this has been around for a while. I think the city's been using it for a while, haven't they?
We actually got involved with it on the Sheriff's Office side probably over a year ago.
Oh, really?
When
Okay.
we were brought in on a crime side, they were making a crime app. They actually do have something totally separate. And we started working with them, helping them build the program, and was going to do some testing for them. And that's when we transferred over and just started working directly with Chip and his people on this program. And there's been a lot of discussion on what type of icons needed and making it more user-friendly. So I don't know how many upgrades. When we got involved, they've done a lot of upgrades. I don't know how many they made before that. I don't know how many upgrades y'all have gone through. I know that they've done a lot of work to get it so user-friendly and quicker.
Yeah, they have slightly different categories than we do because they're a city, but yeah, they kind of beta tested it along with us at the same time.
That's great. Well, I'm looking forward to using it, but I want to make sure that people understand that if there's a criminal activity involved, it does not come back to them. Nobody else sees it.
But law enforcement.
But law enforcement.
Correct.
If it's anything other than criminal activity, then it's posted public information.
Correct.
And that's just in case somebody's already seen the power lines down, then it's already up there, and they don't
That's
have
right.
to report it a second
That's
time.
right.
Now, I did need to say this, and I know that some people get confused, or maybe a little confused. It's not an immediate response. It's not a 911. It's a non-emergency.
Okay.
So if
Get
they
that
have
now.
if they have an emergency, it's the power lines are laying on someone's house or car,
Well, that's- yeah.
or
That's
the criminal
911.
activity. There's a robbery taking place. We want to be sure they dial 911 and report it immediately, because this is forwarded through a routing system. It goes out by email, if I'm correct, to the proper agency, and there may be some lag time between it getting reported and getting transferred and the email being checked. So if it's a true emergency that's occurring, I want to be sure everyone knew that.
Well, I'm glad you made that point. It's a very good point. This is a non-emergency contact form of software. If someone is breaking into your house, or you see something going wrong, or for whatever reason, or somebody's house is on fire, call 911.
911, exactly.
But this will help eliminate some of the 911 calls, will it not?
Yes, a lot of people call, from my understanding, talking to Brian Taylor, the fire marshal, and people we deal with in his office, that they get a lot of calls about who do I call for this or who do I call for that. And, you know, after 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock, depending on apartments they close, they'll call 911 center to ask. So this way, that would alleviate, you know, the non-standard work hour phone calls going through the 911 center asking just basic general public questions. They can go to this app here, report what they're seeing or their situation, and then they'll get that response back or be able to have interaction with government without, you know, tying up people that work there in the 911 center. Okay,
311gis.com. You click on that, you report your report, and you get a response back that has been received, and then action will be taken. And once action is taken and the problem is solved, what happens then?
They get a follow-up email that says it's been resolved.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right.
And then nobody has to call anybody.
All right. But now you do have to go online to register, right?
You do have to
So
register.
go online to register, 311gis.com, and that information is not sold to anybody or anything like that, so don't worry about that. And it's very safe, all right? Lieutenant Shawn Harris, Wayne County Sheriff's Office, thank you for being with us. Always great to see you. And of course, Chip Crumpler of the GIS office here in Wayne County. I appreciate your being in. Hope you enjoyed that. We're back on Wayne Goldsboro Television. Just as a quick reminder, let me help you out here.
Please do.
Just in case you're not watching us right now. We are here today, and if you're not...
We are here. Promise.
That's right. We're here right now. If you can't see us right now, it means you're not watching. So wake up and watch. We'll be back at noon with this program, and then again at 5:30 in the afternoon, and then again some other time in the evening. And that's because we run this program during the morning, and then it repeats throughout the day.
That's right. But you know what, Wayne? They can also find it on YouTube, on the city or the county's website.
Really?
And they can find any show in the past that we've done since September a year ago.
Now, that is kind of embarrassing.
How about that?
How about that?
I know.
I mean, you may not want to watch all of them, you know.
Or you may.
Well, no.
Nah.
Yeah, you may.
But the good thing is you can scroll through and see any interview that has happened in the past that you might want to catch up on.
Now, that's true, and they're kind of sorted by date.
That's right.
So, and you can sort it just about any way you want to. So you can go into the WayneGov.com is one way to go. Go to WayneGov.com, and then on the lower right-hand side of the page, about halfway down, you'll find the links to Facebook page, our Twitter page, and our YouTube page. Click on the YouTube, it'll take you right to our channel. You can pick and choose any of our programs that you want to see.
That's exactly right.
All right, now how would they go to the city?
GoldsboroNC.gov, and you can click right on the YouTube channel or the WGTV link, and it'll take you directly there. And same thing by date, and you can pick and choose which one you would like to view.
And there you go. And there's more. Yes, there's more. There's more. You can go to our if you would like to contact us in some way, if you want to talk to us, you want to send us information about an event your nonprofit organization is about to put on, send us an email 2 weeks in advance, at least 2 weeks before the event takes place, to WGTV@WayneGov.com. That's WGTV@WayneGov.com. Just, you know, that's just a way to contact us if you'd like to talk to us or contact us.
There you go.
There you go.
I wanted to mention one more activity that benefits Relay for Life that'll be happening at the Arts Council. It says, "Walk a mile in my shoes." It is a display of shoes that have been refurbished, that are artistically. Now, how about that?
Oh, really?
Yes. It's going to be an exhibit that'll be open to the public, and you get to vote on which one you think is your favorite. $1 a vote. And all the proceeds from this exhibit go back to the Relay for Life of Wayne County.
Okay.
Isn't that nice?
That's nice.
That is February 17th through the 20th. It says, "Walk a mile in my shoes." That's the name of the display. Artistically refurbished shoes will be on display. $1 a vote. You get to pick your favorite and also help out Relay for Life.
And I'm having a little brain thing here, one of the brain things. I can't remember who did it, but that was a great song some years ago, "Walk a Mile in My Shoes." and it'll come to me.
Yep, it will. It may be tomorrow, but you'll get it, right?
Probably tomorrow.
That's
yeah.
okay.
Walk a Mile in My Shoes, great song.
That's all right.
All right, Daylight Saving Times, March 9th. Wayne County Coin Club meets the first Thursday of each month. You've already missed it for this month, but you plan on being at the Pines of Goldsboro the first Thursday in March.
That's right.
Beginning at 7 p.m. It's so inexpensive to join if you have an interest in coins and currency and tokens or just talking about them. It's a lot of fun. It's great for young people. The first Thursday of each month, 7 p.m. at the Pines of Goldsboro on Country Day Road. And
Wayne, we've talked about many things that you can do for Valentine's right here in our community, from the Arts Council to the father-daughter dance at the Y, to going to Steel Magnolias at the Paramount Theater.
Right.
Lots and lots of things for you to do on Valentine's Day right here in your community.
Let's do this tomorrow, shall we?
We shall.
We'll be back. We shall. We'll be back tomorrow. So join us again tomorrow at this time for Wayne Goldsboro Television. And until then, I'm Wayne Alley.
And I'm Kim Best. And this is what's happening in your community.